Bob, 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 Bob. Bobbity Bob. You earn very little money.
Cool, you can say that again.
All right then. You earn very little money. You have a wife and family to support. And you talk about Merry Christmas. One of us must be mad, and I think it just might be you.
You?
What?
Well, I don't have much money to spend, Mr. Scrooge. Thanks to you, you old ratbag hornswoggler.
What did you say, you little jollocks? Any more of that and I'll kick you in the
But
bollocks.
all I said was, I don't have much money to spend, Mr. Scrooge, sir. That's true. But spending time with my family is what makes Christmas merry.
Humbug! Just then, or rather just after just then, the door opened. Doors can do that, you know. They can open and close on multiple occasions. Well, this one happened to open again on this occasion, and two annoyingly portly pleasant gentlemen, who, curiously, coincidentally, and conveniently, sounded a little like me doing annoyingly fake, inconsistent, and unconvincing accents in stupid voices when they spoke, entered carrying books and papers.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Hey!
Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Christmas is not merry. Addressing me is not a pleasure. And Mr. Marley is not alive. He died 7 years ago this very night. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Why? Was it your fault? I'm just saying I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, I didn't lose anything on the deal. Ha!
I'm sorry for the confusion.
The what?
The confusion.
No, I still didn't get it. He said he's sorry for the confusion. But the sign on the door...
I can say this. The sign on the door says Scrooge and Marley.
What does it say? The sign on the door says what?
Scrooge and Marley.
I don't think it does. The sign on the door says Scrooge and Marley.
I take it you never had the heart to paint out his name.
Oh, how sad.
Very sad.
I never had the heart to pay for the paint, and therefore the firm is still known as Scrooge and Marley. So, as you see, gentlemen, Mr. Marley's name is represented by his surviving partner. That's me, by the way. And I answer to both names. It's all the same to me. I don't give a flying monkey's cuss what I'm called.
Really? You didn't like it when I called you an old ratbag hornswoggler?
Shut your pie-hole, Cratchit, and get back to work or I'll slap you senseless. Then we have no doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner too.
I doubt it.
It certainly was, for they had been two kindred spirits, Scrooge and Marley, hard and sharp as flint, secret and self-contained, and solitary as an... there were two of them, weren't there? Solitary as... Get on with it, man! Solitary as... Get on with it! Two oysters in a pod, cut from the same cloth of a feather, if ever I saw one. What did he say? Oh, dear God. I think I might have got away with that. Nobody's listening to this old nonsense, are they? What skullduggery are you up to? Now, you pair of bloody mooching, leeching, scrounging, bloody cadgers.
At this festive season of the year...
Spray that again.
At this festive season of the year...
Oh, me eye.
We like to collect money to help the poor and homeless.
At every season of the year, I like to collect money to help myself. As for the poor and homeless, are there no prisons? Plenty of prisons, but it's no crime to be poor. Well, if it isn't a crime to be poor, it should be one. Lock 'em up, I say. Get 'em off the street. Go on, get 'em off. Get 'em off! At least they'll have shelter and food in prison. Ooh, I'm on form today.
Many would rather die than go to prison.
Oh, if they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Oh, been reading Thomas Malthus, have we?
Yes, if you haven't been reading Thomas Malthus, it's a bloody coincidence. You don't half sound like him.
Yes, I have been reading Thomas Malthus and Thomas Carlyle, and they make a lot more bloody sense than that bloody Adam Smith fellow with all his "ooh, let's look after the poor" malarkey. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me... Don't you two start?
Surely you jest, you jocular Josh, you.
What? He said, surely you jest, you jocular Josher, you.
Yes, clearly that's what I said. Take the cotton wool out of your ears, mate.
Don't talk to me like that, you cheeky little... Surely you're just pulling the wool over our collective eyes.
Yes, and pulling our collective legs.
I think he means it, you know.
Oh, you. I can't believe you won't help.
How much would you like to donate?
What? He asked how much you'd like to donate.
What shall I put you down for?
Nothing! Absolutely.
Think about it.
I see. You wish to remain an anonymous altruistic angel. I aim to what?
He said you wish to be an anonymous altruistic angel.
I wish to what?
You wish to be anonymous.
I still didn't bloody get it. He asked if you wish. I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, gentlemen, that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle bastards merry.
God, Mr. Scrooge, that's a bit harsh.
Oh, beastly man.
God, what a prick.
Idle people merry. I can't afford to make idle people merry.
But Mr. Scrooge, the Christmas season is a gift from heaven, sent to remind us that it is simply unseemly for businessmen such as us to screw people over in order to gouge out a living.
Yes, no screwing and gouging, Mr. Scrooge.
We must make it our business to help the poor and destitute.
It's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. Like you're doing, you bloody pair of interfering busybodies. We're trying to encourage social change here.
Yes.
Why, it was just about 3 years ago that do-gooders such as you enabled vaccination for the poor and introduced the Chimney Sweeps Act to prohibit any child under the age of 16 years being apprenticed and any person under 21 being compelled or knowingly allowed to ascend or descend a chimney or flue for sweeping, cleaning or coring. And furthermore, yes, these appalling conditions were highlighted just this year in a government report titled The Parliamentary Commission on the Employment of Women and Children. I was horrified when I read it.
Yes, me too.
Well, I can hardly read, so I'll take your word for it.
I was perfectly stricken down by it.
Really? I pissed myself laughing when I read it. Funniest thing I've read in years. Did me no end of good to read that one.
Bloody ignorant prick.
What did you say? I was horrified.
I was perfectly stricken down by it, and that's why I am determined to strike the heaviest blow in my power on behalf of all victims of the Industrial Revolution.
Yes, we're making an appeal to the people of England on behalf of the poor man's child. Yes, well, you don't appeal to me.
We're trying to.
Anyway, you stopped me in mid-rant. Where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Oh yes, why?
Ah, God, he's off again.
Only last year, the Mines and Collieries Act made it illegal for women and children under 10 to work below ground. Women under 10?
Under 10 years old?
Women under 10, Mr. Scrooge.
For women and children under 10. You know what I meant, don't take the piss. To work below ground, where most of them bloody belong anyway.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, sir.
Oh, beastly man.
Oh, prick.
And so-called Prime Minister Robert Peel reintroduced income tax, last collected in 1816, as the government's principal source of revenue for public spending. Why we'd want to spend money on the public is beyond me. Oh, you're missing the point here.
Oh, he'll never get it, will he?
What prick? Bah! I wouldn't be surprised if something called the Factory Act or something was introduced within the next year or so to stop children between 8 and 13 working more than 6.5 hours a day. It's political correctness gone mad. At this rate, the country will be moving towards some kind of, what would you call it? Welfare state or something within 100 years or so. What we really need is a good couple of world wars to get rid of a few of the poor and destitute. Ooh, if I could work my will. Oh, beastly man.
Bloody hell, Mr. Scrooge.
What a prick. Bah. Do-gooders like you think you're the bee's knees, don't you? Coming around here and trying to sting me for a few pennies? Well, I wish you'd mind your own beeswax. Now beehive yourselves and buzz off. Ooh, that was one of my best.
Even I thought that was funny, and I got no sense of humour.
It wasn't funny, you beastly man.
No, it wasn't funny, bloody prick.
Good afternoon. Get out. Be gone.
Come on, lighten up, lighten up.
And leave me to mind my own bloody business. Oh my God! I don't know about you and your business, but mine occupies me constantly.
Beastly man.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Now leave my office.
Oh, crikey.
Go on, get out before I throw you out.
Oh, I'd like to see you try. Come on then. I love you. I love you.
Leave it, darling. He's not worth it.
I'm not your bloody block off.
Calm down. Calm down.
Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Come on, we've all had a drink.
You don't know who you're messing with, mate.
Leave it, leave it.
You know who I am.
Come on, come on. No, who?
Woolly Pickling.
You look like some kind
Leave
of
it,
snolly
leave
bastard to me.
Woolly Pickling, mate. Woolly
Oh, am I supposed to have heard of you? or
That's who
something?
I am.
Come on, leave it, darling. Did you just call him darling? Yes, you got a problem with that, lovey. Oh, get out.
I'll hit you so hard, he'll feel it.
Here, keep me out of it.
Come on, darling, he's not worth it. Come on, he's not worth it. Yes,
Come
get
on.
out. Get out of my bloody office. Come on, let's leave the bloody office.
All right then, I'll leave the bloody office. But if he starts any more of
I
that...
think you better just leave the bloody
Oh,
office.
enough of this squabbling pribble-prabble. Come on, let's leave the bloody office.
Can't we stay a while? It's awful out there.
Oh, don't worry about the weather. Come on.
I'm not talking about the weather. It's just bloody awful out there. London. What a shithole.
Oh, for God's
Ah,
sake.
for
Oh, for
God's
God's sake, leave my bloody office.
Yeah, let's leave the bloody office.
Go on, leave the bloody office.
Oh, come on, let's leave the bloody office. Seeing clearly that it would be useless to pursue their point, the annoyingly portly, pleasant gentleman left the bloody office. Oh, they've got me at it now. I'm all put out with their pugnaciousness. Left the office, and Scrooge resumed his work, only to be interrupted by an annoying urchin who, curiously, coincidentally, and conveniently, sounded a little like me, doing an annoyingly fake, inconsistent, and unconvincing accent in a stupidly squeaky voice, singing a Christmas carol, out of tune and getting the words wrong.
God bless you, merry gentlemen. Mine offering you is mine.
Stop that! Where's my bloody ruler?
Jesus
Christ! I'm going to thrash him within an inch of his pointless little life. I'll slap you senseless, you little whooper-up. This isn't a bloody musical. And if it were a bloody musical, I'd thank you to sing the correct words.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, God, he's doing the fry thing again.
Why? The phrase,
Ah, God, he's going to do one of them again.
God rest you merry, means God keep you merry. The word rest means keep in this instance, and this is sung to gentlemen, plural, not gentleman, singular. It is simply incorrect to sing God rest you to merry gentlemen. To then replace the verb rest with bless, as is the case here, gives the phrase God bless you, merry, which would be a nonsensical thing to sing to any number of gentlemen, regardless of their general disposition, merry or otherwise.
Oh, blimey, Mr. Scrooge. I don't think he's hanging around to listen to this.
Granted, you refrained from replacing the singular subject pronoun you with the completely preposterous, pseudo-archaic, second-person plural personal pronoun ye, as appears to be the presently popular parlance.
That's easy for you to say, Mr. Scrooge, sir.
No, it wasn't. But as for may, nothing you dismay, I think you'll find it's let, not may. Let nothing you dismay. I dismay. What are we doing with the English language?
I think we're allowing it to develop naturally, Mr. Scrooge.
Shut up, you little troglodyte. On hearing the first sound of the Christmas carol, Scrooge had seized the ruler with such energy of action that the singer might have fled in terror. But by the time that he'd finished whittering on, the urchin had moved across the road to the office of Suffolk and Watt, where he earned a shiny new penny for his renditions of The 6 Days of Christmas, Deck the Hills, and Mark the Hairy Angel Sings. Bah!